Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending. The Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy, sing of the cities they saw, of the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventurers, Muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hi, everybody, and welcome the hell back to Oathsworn Odyssey the Dragonlords, campaign here over a Neon Lights roleplay. I am Turk, or Turk Accented, if it would please you, and it does please me. But while I do have the distinct honor of being your storyteller for the evening, I am not alone around this proverbial campfire, as I have a incredible group of storytellers here tonight to entertain, to enrapture, to make you feel things that you probably knew you could feel, but maybe didn't think you could feel over a stream game. It's been a while. We're going to be shaking off some dust, so bear with us as we remember our own lore of our stories, but it's going to be back. With that, oh, don't cry. It'll be okay. Anyway, with that said, why don't we go around the horn as in times of old, starting, of course, with the leftmost on your screens and in our hearts, Comrade Crash. Tell the people who you are, what path, who you're playing, what path they walk, and how much, just like approximate percentage of how much you remember of what happened in this campaign.
Hey, of course. I am Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord. He walks the path of the Vanished One. And I remember 60%, I'm pretty sure.
60%'s good.
Yeah, up next is Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Kritz. I'll be playing Defera Adamos. She is our Medusa Warlock who, and I'm not gonna look because I want to look, the path of the Haunted One.
With confidence.
You did it! No question mark. Period.
Yeah, so, percentage, how much do I remember? I remember exactly the percentage of whatever the paragraphs you sent me. So that was probably a good... I'm glancing up at Comrade. 60%? Question mark? We're not going to go to Ponos, because he's not here today. So we're going to go to Sir Heckalot.
Alright, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, tonight I am playing Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. I'm pretty confident in how much I remember from this, actually. I'm not gonna say 100 because, like, no one does that. I would say, like, about, like, not that bad.
The freeze and the cutout was sufficiently dramatic as to make that perfect.
Oh, great, cool.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Well, I guess you won't.
Fine then. Keep your secrets.
I guess I am next on the list, and I have to wait till everything cycles again so that I remember. That's the percentage that I'm at. No, I am the last hit point hero, and I will be playing Thrynos, the Siren Sorcerer, who walks the path, the demigod. Demigod? We'll just have to wait and see. You go, Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legide, the elf cleric, prophetic cleric who walks the path of the Gifted One. You know what? Unlike our secret person here, I obviously remember 100%. I have the prophecy of foresight, and I can just make shit up as I go. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's a good talent to have. So, by your powers combined, I'd say that's probably a passing grade in regards to lore recollection. We'll see how much I remember. I only had to read all of my detailed notes and the entire book detailing your adventures. Um, so, um, if you haven't had a chance to join us yet, a quick summary. Our group here is the Oracle's Chosen, a group brought together by the prophecy of the Oracle Versi, daughter of Sidon, and now we should note rebellious daughter of Sidon, the Titan of Storms. There's going to be a lot of pronouns thrown around here, proper names, and we're going to need you to stick with us. Being brought together and defeating a great beast, they managed to prove themselves many times over in their abilities. Traveling to the city of Astoria, ruled by the god king Pythor, learning about this oath of peace that is slowly whittling away, that has kept both the gods and the Titans locked in perpetual clash, though the Titans have found ways to worm around it and let their followers do deeds in their stead, leading to the current state of affairs that we see today. From Astoria, they not only broke a siege that was keeping the entire city locked down and potentially even killing it. They relit the mithril forges to create new weapons for themselves. They have ventured into the old woods and reclaimed and drank from the horn of Balmitra, a mighty dragon of old. And then their third was, of course, to go into the necropolis at Telemach and reclaim the ancient weaponries of the Dragonlords of their past. Along the way, they've learned many things, grown as people, mostly, kind of. And now they have been summoned by the King of Mytros, the capital of this of Thylea, unless you ask another city-state here. But Mytros is, of course, the massive point. It is where the settler races of this land originally landed after being tossed by storms and such, and have begun creating a new city unto itself, guided and protected by the king, who they have yet to meet, though they know it's a Castus Archelander, descendant of the brave hero Esther Archelander, former Dragonlord, who has now created a new order of Dragonlords that our group is not yet a part of. But he has set that group to go pick them up, bring them back to sea, because he has a bit of a problem. And we'll jump into that right now, as all of you are flying high on Dragonback. For some of you, this is obviously, the first time that this is really ever happened for you. Some of you more akin to the air, Sirens, of course, with capacity to fly. Leo with a history of being a former, Dragon Lord. But for our new members, I just want to ask the party if you could tell me, what's it feel like to be Skyborn, moving in rapid paces through the air?
Rapid.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was really good. Thank you. Yeah, so glad we paused for that. Yeah.
I would imagine that Defera is combating some sort of. Are we still off the tails of like the welcome back party that we got, where she kind of got wasted and spent the day amiss?
Yes, but you did go into the necropolis afterwards, so you
Okay.
have some,
All right.
leeway.
All right. So she's probably still just a little motion sickness, chewing on a little bit of peppermint bark, maybe, hoping that she doesn't puke off the side of this giant monster.
All right. Our flyers, how are you all feeling?
You would think being so familiar with flight that, this would feel pretty good, but nah, like Calliope, like this is probably the first time she's been airborne in quite a bit. And it's not even like using her own wings, so I don't think she's too jazzed about it at the moment.
There's definitely Oh, go.
Calliope, is the loss of control a bit disconcerting for you too?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to go down.
You hear a call up from the dragon you're riding on. The familiar voice, somewhat familiar voice of Captain Tarkon Abantiades. Don't worry. There's going to be some adjustments, but I'm sure you'll get used to it by the time we get to Mytros.
And
Very reassuring.
how long is that again?
Only a few more hours. Maybe 2 if we go really fast. Though, I don't know if you're ready to go really fast.
Let's
Not
go
the
fast.
Speed that's the
No,
problem.
mm-mm.
Come on, guys. This is great. Don't you love being out here?
I am going to grab his helmet and puke into it. Like a puke bucket. And hand it back.
Yeah, I think he's too distracted and just like accepts it back and just like is just enjoying being up in the air again.
Mhm.
It's been a very, very long time and he has missed, just the fresh air. As,
You hear the soft. She's evacuated into your helmet. From
Oh.
your little pseudo dragon. This is not
It
good for the
happens.
egg.
I'll put it somewhere else and I kind of just dump it over the edge. Hope it doesn't hit anyone.
It smacks my.
Some poor guy just walking about his day.
What a beautiful.
Oh no.
Hate that. Hate that.
But yeah, I imagine there's a certain form of undulation in dragons' movements as their entire bodies. I mean, because these are young dragons, yes, but still dragons. So, you continue on this journey for some time, letting the wind and, air just fly past your head, seeing the ground become such a small thing beneath you. Eventually, that sight does crest over a bit of another hill, and you can get a better view now of an outlying city, a massive, sprawling metropolis, or rather, you assume it is, because it's like. You ever been really high up and seen a rain cloud far away and watched as it spills its content on the city below? Imagine that hovering and expanding and whirling out, like it's centralized entirely on the city itself, but there is no eye to the storm. The skies just darken immediately as soon as you get within sight, and you feel the force of the dragons as they slowly move to dive to the ground, before with great amount of effort and grinding into the grass and stone, they call to a halt. And Captain Abantiades says, "This is as far as we can take you. We dare not try and fly inside on storms."
Yeah, it's typically unwise to.
No, but I can walk you into the city. The others will give us protection in case this is some kind of trap planned for you on the side.
Are we expecting a trap planned for us on the other side?
Well, you tell me. You are the Oracle's chosen, no? I assumed you had some enemies.
We picked up one or two.
And the lands outlying Mytros are relatively safe. No, not to toot my own horn, but we do some good work, and but
Yes,
there's
you-
always some incursions.
You would certainly never get wasted at a party, that's for sure.
Yes, we could leave that out of any official reports. I would be very grateful. Thank you. Yes, King Arcalander is many things, but forgiving in even the most extraneous circumstances, he's not one of them. Nor does he like to wait. I might have said that many times. So we should go.
Works for me.
I do really want to check Depira. How are you feeling right now, looking at your fiance from another life?
Not great.
It's like he has not
Just stuck a piece of
changed.
candy in my mouth. No. Mm-mm. All right. This is where the next GM in the games that I play on stream gets to roast me for eating candy.
No, I'm just really glad you're enjoying it.
It's delightful.
You're turning into Sticky Kid.
I
No.
am trying to sticky kid. Fuck. They're little Jolly Rancher candies. They're very delightful.
What's the biggest month?
I thought she was going to show us that and then just pop another one in her mouth.
No, I wasn't. I'm not. I mean, I'm rude, but I'm not that rude.
You're good.
So Defera has spent. If anyone in the team had noticed, between the tail end of her sister, directly moving into the experience that we've had for the last handful of days, she has been attempting to, I don't know, drink her way through it. So she's spent a majority of her time intoxicated or under the influence of something in an attempt to numb her feelings. If it's been a couple of days, and that's kind of what I think I'm hearing, she is probably attempting to be as small as possible, because she's realized he does not and has made no attempt to recognize her, and that's a wildly emotional experience.
He'll walk by and he'll give you a nod, but same nod he's been given to everybody.
Uh-huh. She will literally be sick over it. You'll see her grab for Leo's helmet again to just vomit out of being on Earth, as well as the influx of emotion and stress in her body.
Yep, that's how you use it. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll clean it out. Just give me just 2 seconds, Leo. And then just barf right into it.
But yeah, just wait until when my dragon is born. I will take you up, and you'll be able to get over this fear of flying.
Literally, you hear from the back as I believe Kira is still holding in the egg papoose.
Okay.
Kira, of course,
Probably.
their bardic guide. Certainly not the goddess of music and travel and mischief.
Certainly not.
No. I mean, literally, the dragon will be able to fly you pretty much over anything. I mean, if it's a halfway good dragon. Not a worm. Worms. But your belly trackers.
I mean, Leo, do you know if your egg is a worm? Or
No.
we're really sure it's a dragon, right?
Of course,
So it
it's
was
a dragon.
weird.
Oh, there haven't been any worms here ever. So, that would be
You
quite
still love it if it was a worm?
Of course,
I'd be
it would be
50-50.
the strongest worm, the mightiest worm, and I would love it just as much.
Sarah's going to look at Leo and just straight face. How are you legitimately just a good person? And then just start walking away. Just ask the question with no expectation of a real answer. Just slowly and sickly walking away.
I mean, normally I'd say I think she likes you, but honestly, I think you're just confusing to her.
I hope I'm not confusing. I gave her my helmet. She should be nice.
It's very confusing. A lot of meaning in helmets.
Oh no.
A lot of meaning in your helmet. I doodle a whole
Yeah.
bunch on the inside.
What? That was you?
Whoa, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just carrying this egg into a storm. Yeah, I mean, Captain Antibades would definitely want to get you all in. Abantiades would want to get you into the city as quickly as possible.
Well, if we're going to stand under the shadow of him, we might as well head that way. How long did you say this has been going on?
Quite a while actually. It's at least been a few weeks. It does not seem to show any signs of letting up either.
All storms weaken. His will too.
That is the hope, but well, once you get inside, you'll see how bad it is. And as you approach, the wind, massive, you see now more fully, massive swirling black clouds looming over the city. The wind battering ships in the harbor as they clack against each other, some even breaking and sinking. Howling gales greet you as you draw closer to the city gates, and it becomes difficult just to put one foot in front of the other, like you're actively being pushed in the opposite direction. The centurions at the royal gate urgently begin bringing you in as the slow movement of the gate to open outward to you. Glancing up in the sky, though, you notice that something ominous has materialized within the spinning eye of the hurricane. A scowling visage of Sidon, Lord of Storms. His angry eyes rove the city until they abruptly lock onto your exact position. And with almost a smirk and just like the kind of anger you get when you finally found the fly in your house and you're holding the swatter, the form hurls back and a lightning bolt comes crashing in your direction. Everyone needs to make me a dexterity check, please, really quick.
Oh my.
A dexterity
The save.
Check or save.
Save.
Okay,
Oh,
I got
no.
a 2.
13.
12.
12.
I'm
Bear
just
got a
too busy.
17.
I am just too busy flipping off the eye.
Okay. So, it was a DC 23.
This is close.
Well, just a lightning
Okay.
bolt.
What's the
Anyway.
stuff of lightning bolt? Oh my god.
It'll be fine. It will all be fine.
Look at how proud Turk is.
So proud.
It's fine.
Like
It's
playing with ants with a magnifying glass.
you're attributing a lot of malice to me, and I
Are you
won't
trying to
have
say
it.
that I'm projecting?
25 damage to anyone who did make the save, which is everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Ouch.
Immediately not looking
Okay.
great.
Thanks.
Oh no,
I
sorry.
love
Wait.
those throws.
I read this wrong. Eliana, you're hit by the lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Oh.
because I'm
Okay.
flipping them off. Fuck you.
Just the
dude.
lowest one. Yeah. As it collides and smacks into you with great force. Sorry.
Much better.
Just yeah. Thanks for that. Is that all you got?
You watch as the form dissipates afterward, and Abantiades says, "Hey, get them all inside!" And you're rushed in.
He's a coward.
But yeah, entering the city. Let me move you to the city of Mytros.
Ooh.
Massive, sprawling city. As you go through, the winds continue to whip at you, blowing you back and forth, and you watch as this city is basically slowly being ripped apart. Tiles falling around at your feet, carts upturned and spilling their goods, people barely out and about. but they all seem, those you do see are packed and huddled close together under robes and garments, anything they can have. It's like life here has been completely changed. This is not a city that is it's unexpected to rain. Like there are provisions. There's, there's ways, there's slots for the rainwater to run off and no longer be a problem for infrastructure, but it's been overflown. The street is more effectively a river. People run around on the elevated sidewalks of markets and push past each other, some being knocked over and into the water of the street. And they aren't hurt because it's just water, but clearly this has been going on for a while. It's causing a drag, but you don't have a lot of time to process it as you continue to move through, ascending the hill. Past a second gate into the Great Palace, where at the very least here you have a brief respite from the storm. But it's hard to ignore what you've just seen, and it's even harder with the fact that at the top of the hill you see a temple adorned with the symbols of Sidon that looks shockingly just fine.
Of course, there are those who would continue to worship him.
So you hurry past. I'll be pinging on the map here for you all to know that you're moved up here to this great palace. And I mean, the Great Palace is called the Great Palace for a reason. It is fabulously adorned, even in these brutal conditions. Guards posted everywhere, still, out. Windows and such are shut. The doors barred, and you're huddled in as they confirm your identities with Captain Abantiades. And eventually, though, you do get out of the rain and wind, and the guards, servants rush over with cloth and fabric for you to dry yourselves, should that be needed. They, yeah.
Thurnos will just whip his wings back and use them to brush his hair back out of his eyes as it drips over the front of his face. Take us to the king. We're going to
Do a little
suffer
wing
this. Let's at
driving.
least do it for a reason.
Anyone else? Centurions escort you through marble colonnades of the palace and into the royal hall, where the king waits. Rain hammers loudly upon the palace roof, and as you enter the throne room, an ear-splitting crack of thunder can be heard just outside. A middle-aged man sits up with a powerful build, sits on a gilded throne opposite the entrance. On the step below him are 4 others. A beautiful, ageless woman of somewhat regal bearing. A soldier dressed in a cerulean cloak. A tiefling wearing a black robe. And a finely dressed young woman. Centurions stand at attention along the walls of the room. Kira makes a motion. All right, nobody freak out. But the really ugly one's my sister. Don't comment about her face. She's very sensitive.
Your sister.
Yes, well, and she does the really discreet points to show you Phallus, goddess of wisdom, who is by all judges of poetry, a very beautiful woman. similar, of course, in appearance that you can see the similarities. Um, but yeah, she stands to the side with some at a like a secondary throne as you enter. As again, the man is cerulean cloak. You might remember Commander Gaius of the Order of Sidon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And others you have, and two other people you have not met. But as you enter, King Acastus Archelander beams at you. Here they are, the heroes of the Heartlands. Welcome, honored guests. You have come not a moment too soon. I am in desperate need of your counsel. As you may have noticed, our beautiful city is besieged by evil weather. We may have wasted several days discussing how best to placate the Lord of Storms, but my advisors cannot seem to agree upon anything. The Oracle's prophecy has angered Sidon, that much is clear. You are the ones who are foretold to confront the Titans to restore balance to Thylea. Therefore, I've decided that you must be the ones to decide now how we resolve this crisis.
Well, if that's to be our role, I suppose as the chosen, we ought to hear what's offered.
Very well. Good. I believe Chandris, priest of Lutheria, had the first offering. He motions towards the blue tiefling wearing the black robes. And indeed, Chandris, yes, my lord. As you have noted, of course, the storms are caused by the Lord of Storms' anger. And while it is, well, not my direct domain, he says, looking at Commander Gaius, I still bear some knowledge on the ways of the Titans and how to appease them, given my quite fortunate connection to Lutheria, the Mistress of Dreams. If she were to intervene on our behalf, I think it would greatly benefit this city. It would even stop the storm, I think, for his sister wife of Sidon does indeed exhibit a great deal of control over him. I would say ordering 70 children of the city to take the black robes and dedicate themselves to the cult of Lutheria should suffice to appease the Lady of Dreams, and, well, they'll be treated quite well. There'll come no harm. Everyone will be better off. The storms will cease. The lady will have what she wants. The storm, our Lord of Storms will assumedly have some level of satisfaction, and we'll be left stormless.
Calliope exchanges glances with Defera.
Fair will absolutely return the same concerning look of like, ugh.
We just dealt with this shit.
So the plan, just that it's clear before we move on to hear other ideas, is stop the storm brought by the Lord of Storm by bribing the Lady of Nightmares?
Nightmares, dreams, and death. Many domains my lady does hold.
Most dreams of death are referred to as nightmares.
Well, perhaps she could send you a more pleasant one in the future. You should consider taking a visit to the temple when you're not deciding the future of the city. Acting a bit like a god yourself. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, what does it have to be, kids?
They would not be harmed. They simply would join the religious order.
Yeah, but like,
Someone who has
what
lived
about
a full life with preconceived notions and such. My lady... My lady seeks great devoted followers, as any god would. He looks over at, he looks kind of amongst your group to Kira and then over to Valis. And Valis looks back with the kind of look that says, I'm going to be real polite, but if we were anywhere else, I'd probably have your throat in my teeth.
Maybe the question to help us decide the value of this particular idea can be elucidated by the lady to our right. Let's say that my dear friend Eliana was thirsty, wanted so much a drink of wine. And so to appease that, I was so kind as to, well, give Ponos a full flagon to drink. I would even give Ponos 2 full flagons. And Ponos would talk about how wonderful the wine was and how filling and how it quenched the thirst, and Eliana should be satiated because Ponos had so much wine.
You misunderstand the nature of divinity. I do not blame you. I once was a neophyte to the ways of those greater than us as well. My lady
Eliana
is
will
there.
rudely just like to interrupt him on that little quip at the end.
We're not talking about divinities. We're
Yeah.
talking about titans.
And I think you'll find there's quite an intersection. And my point, of course, being appeasing Lutheria, who has a degree of control over her husband's whims.
I feel that we've heard your plan and understand it. Was
I
there
fear
another
you
one?
don't. I could break it down. I believe someone has chalk around here.
There was another plan, Your Highness.
Yes. Commander Gaius, you were offered an option. Perhaps if we need to speak directly to Lord of Storms, the leader of his order would be best suited. Commander Gaius looks over the group again, looks at all of you with a very similar look to what Valis was giving Chandra earlier.
Quite the thought. Was there a third plan?
I haven't spoken yet.
Oh, good. Don't.
I will, and you can do not stop me.
Would you let...
It's a simple solution which I have offered you several times, my king. Tear down the Temple of the Five. It is the only way to appease the Lord of Storms, and it offends him that he has to stand on equal ground with these paltry things that cling to some coat of divinity, like a children to their mothers.
As I said, was there a third plan? I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, and I hate to speak on all of our behalfs, but I have trouble understanding stupid, so his plan didn't make much sense to me.
You must remember, we're here to try and stop the Lord of Storms. I understand you're fated to do that yet, but... well, you are great heroes, yes? Perhaps one of you could cast a spell to stop the storm.
We are here at your bequest. We shall hear the ideas that you brought forth.
Well, that would be my idea. You are all great heroes. Certainly one amongst you has the ability to soothe storms, even sent by titans. Soon. My people need a solution now.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
During this conversation, what's Valis doing? Besides looking at Chandra's like she's literally about to just grab him and just chokehold him until he passes out.
She seems to just be listening. She doesn't seem very interested in all of this. I mean, she's not that she's interested, but she is a similar, these people are all stupid and I hate them look. But she will, look at you all and, give you a nod if you match eyes with her.
If anything, I'd probably give her a bow, being a cleric of the five, and I've called on her wisdom in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll incline her head. Jeez, suck up. You hear from behind you. Never bowed to me.
Mentally eat shit, Kira. Get out of my inner monologue.
But can any of you do so? I have heard many stories of your exploits. My knights speak highly of you. I hope they have not conferred too much upon you of my interest in all of you. I must admit, hearing of heroes of prophecy who could rival the Titans, well, I knew no one else who I could call. At least while the Oath of Peace still stands. He seems to absentmindedly wave a hand towards his wife.
Being a Castus, have you thought to ask, and she'll kind of motion like a hand over to Valis, the wisest of them all?
My queen has, of course, been consulted on these matters, and unfortunately, while the Oath of Peace still stands, she is quite limited.
Has she not given you ideas? Have you inferred with her at all?
And Valis will, I have. And
You-
at the moment, our best option is to appease Sidon through some means or another. The Oath of Peace prevents the Five from acting directly against the Titans.
And act indirectly and tell us what needs to be done in a way that
And yet,
works.
here is one of Sidon's sycophants asking for the destruction of your temples.
Yes.
That workaround is in order. Maybe it's
It-
the wrong temple still standing.
To destroy the Temple of Sidon would be only to infer his wrath in a greater amount. You seek to match might with might. At the moment, you do not have enough might. I say this as a friend, not as a challenger. And finally, the young woman who's seated really close to Giga Castus. Little like, and she gets up and kind of rubs her hand down his arm in a way that implies some degree of intimacy. Why, if we're trying to appease Sidon, why don't we simply make him an offering greater than any that we've made yet?
Because he's not worth it.
You say that as someone who hasn't been here for the last many days.
He literally just threw a lightning bolt at me, and here I am still standing. He's
It must-
pathetic.
Must be a weak lightning bolt.
Exactly.
I've lost a lot of my friends to the storms already. You must understand, I'm quite concerned. And a hecatome must be within your possibilities as a group. A hecatome, for those not aware, is a sacrifice of 100 oxen.
I'm pretty sure we essentially offered that in Astoria, and he said no.
Listen, this is not Astoria. I assure you, any solutions you found there, well, it's a different story.
Because it's finished, but okay.
Look, I understand you've had a long journey. You have suffered much, but I need your counsel. The people need their heroes. I have done what I can. What? Despite my order of knights and wealth of the city, I believe this all falls onto you in this moment. Please do not fail the people.
My thoughts, everyone, are to go to the temples of the Five and seek what wisdom we can there. Because I do not think satisfying this will do anything other than encourage it. There must be another way. And we're not going to find it among sympathizers, Poseidon's cause.
I agree.
Oh, you can call him Riff Raff. It's fine.
I would encourage you treat all of my guests with a level of respect, seeing as you are my guests as well. Hospitality is a solemn duty in these lands.
When offered salt and bread, yes.
Have you not already?
No,
Apolo-
we have been offered
Apologies.
terrible ideas from those who worship the Titan.
He claps, and some servants will, of course, approach you with customary offerings and crafts of wine.
Is it salt and bread
Ooh.
specifically?
Salt and bread.
In my mind, 100% it is a plate of salt and old crusty bread.
Yes.
It's a little. They give you so it is a little bit of olive oil in there as well, so you dip it. You know, it's like
Yep. Take the bread, dip it in, take a bite. Good king, your hospitality is appreciated. You ask us to be heroes in an impossible situation. Give us time to consider what the best options might be.
that can certainly be arranged, but I must. Well, you know the situation. As it stands, I know not how long this can go on.
We will make haste.
Please do so in double time, then. In your travels, I've heard many stories. You would have happened to. While you're in the Temple of the Five, there have been tales of your exploits that you might be in possession of certain objects. Should you wish to inter them in a safer location, I would, of course, offer the vaults of my palace. You would be able to access it freely, naturally.
If we did have such, if we did have such items, we would definitely consider your offer.
Well, my house is your house. Please, make yourselves comfortable, and my staff is, of course, here should you need anything. And again, please, we need you.
Would anyone like a moment's respite, or shall we converse within the Temple of the Five?
Defera's going to look at the guy, the tiefling.
Yes.
Not paying too much attention to the other person and just simply ask, do you stay here? Or are you elsewhere? We might have questions later. I might have questions later.
I make my lodgings at the Temple of Thylea. If you need me there, I don't usually receive callers, but gives you an up down. I could make exceptions.
Yeah, well, alright. And then she'll just turn and walk out uncomfortably at that.
Hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is kind of a question for the DM.
Yes, that's me.
How subtle can I make a message spell look?
If you as you all, if you're trying to message a Valis, I will note that as you all start moving away, she will, of course, stand up on her own and begin walking in towards a separate room. But you will get a note in your head.
Oh shit.
We will speak. We will speak. I know where to find you.
Cool, homie.
So, are you all leaving the throne room?
Yes, expediently.
I don't know why you would ever be uncomfortable. I'm even playing the comfortable music. All right, I'll take y'all back to Mytros. As you again find your way back out into the city, it's still again just pouring rain, and near and down the steps from the Grand Palace does stand the Temple of the Five, a massive structure, and not it's still dwarfed by the Temple of Sidon, but as you enter, it is a entrance with 5 stone columns. It displays a high level of artistry with lofty architecture and beautiful statuary. Intricate carvings embellish nearly every surface, complete with gilding and inlaid precious stone throughout. It is an old place here, and at its center, you see a statue dedicated to each of the gods, similar to the throne room of Pythor, of course. But now this one, of course, much larger, with a feature of them all at the center, with Mytros, the goddess who the city is named for, hovering above the other 4 to provide an artistic interpretation of Mytros ascending to a higher level of divinity, while the 4 others remained on this earth to protect the followers of the 5. There's a lot of cool motifs and such. A lot of Pythor battling and a variety of compositions. There's a lot of Valis stuff, statues, artistry. You'd guess because Valis is here and the others are elsewhere. And then, of course, Vulcan is kind of less preyed to, but you do see depictions of him creeping along rooftops and leaving small gifts under children's beds.
Question. Because I'm not remembering. Did we ever have like an idea of where Mytros might be?
No. According to the mythology, Mytros, goddess of the Golden Dawn, ascended in order to, and as an act of devotion, now is kind of everywhere, whereas the other 4 remained in physical bodies.
Okay. For whatever reason, I was thinking that Mytros was Acacis's wife.
No, Valis has been married to Acastus. But yeah, anything you guys particularly look at in the moments before you start thinking of ideas?
Taking it all in, like this is hella fancy.
It's definitely a welcome change from those dusty, drab, halls of artistry and other places we've been.
Do you think you can do this pose as I kind of point to the statue of her?
Oh gosh, I'd never be able to match the beauty of that goddess. That's
You're
really
right.
something. And she just casually gets into the pose.
She's
it's
matching
just so hard.
She's matching an image that's actually behind her instead of the statue in front of her.
It's just, I don't know. And it starts just casually moving by all the tapestries with her depictions on it. Just, again, doing the matching of them. Just, I don't know where people like you get these ideas, but...
Are there any scenes of conflicts with the Titans at all?
Absolutely. The war and the signing of the Oath of Peace are definitely heavy motifs here. As opposed to across the street where depictions of Sidon and Lutheria, well, less Lutheria being her own temple, of course, but Sidon as like, kind of a Zeus paternal figure. In here, it's very, the mad raging wind and more akin to the person who just chucked a lightning bolt at you. Thinking the old grizzled man who is punishing his children. And how the settlers came here not of their own volition and were turned into the playthings of these titans until the gods stood up for them and helped them fight back. And of course, there's also depictions of the Dragonlords fighting alongside the gods in the battle that would create the Oath of Peace.
Well, Thranos will post up under a particular scene of Pythor and Sidon going at it. Not turn around and look at everyone else. Those were terrible ideas.
They weren't even ideas.
Yeah, they were just all for, to make Sidon happy, and we're not all about that.
About appeasing and strengthening the one causing the problem. Sorry, Thysía.
I mean, while I'm not super keen on obviously any of them, I feel like at least maybe if we're going to be doing any work to appease anybody, Lutheria would be the least shitty.
Isn't she like insane?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Bat shit.
Yeah.
Bat
Mhm.
shit. If bats could shit, she'd be a bat shit.
I mean, if batshit could batshit.
Bat shit could bat shit. I've seen it once, I swear. I think it was in a dream. It's probably because Lutheria is batshit crazy.
Bat shitting back and forth forever. Kind of like it's a Cards Against Humanity card. Who knows?
It's the tabula anti-machina. Anti-mane, yeah.
I would
Oh,
say
wow.
it's. I don't disagree that would be to an extent, lesser of the bad choices they gave us. But I can't help but hope that there's something else.
Sure. I think we should try to find it if it's here.
Yeah, the king said we had a spell to get rid of him. Who has it?
To appease.
That's something that's you speaking of high levels, incredibly potent magic.
Are we
Yeah.
not there yet?
No, we're not there yet.
No, I've heard of it, but it would take time.
That's just got us in a trap.
I'm not an idiot. I know that we can't fight them at the moment. But while the Titans flaunt the Oath of Peace, the gods cower under it.
That's good point to bring up to a divinity, right, sister? And you'll see a procession of four servants has been carrying like a cover for Valis as she enters the temple.
I was almost hoping that it was going to be like a delay and be like, damn, I thought my timing was on.
No, my sister's senses are quite acute. I can feel her judging stare burrowing into my skull. I'm pretty sure there's a mark there if you pull all the hair back. Here, hold my hair.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh, come on, just a little pull.
No.
Not
I-
here.
This is getting weird.
I see you have matured exactly as I expected you would. And somehow, I think you've got another blemish on your nose.
Ooh.
Good to see you as always, sister. Right back at ya. How's being a queen? She gives that like exhaustive, queenly sigh. As if to say, you fucking know and I hate you, but you're my sister, so okay. thank you all for coming. Despite my husband's insistence on putting these problems all onto you.
Well, he may not be completely wrong about that.
Yeah, especially given his counsel.
No, he is quite happy. He would be quite happy to choose any of those options. He is not concerned with appeasing Sidon. This is a game of his. Not even a game. It's a way for him to vent his childish rage at the world for not choosing him to be the great hero like his ancestors were in his mind. He's called you here to mark you as impotent amongst his own people. By not being able to come to a solution that doesn't cause some harm to the followers of the Five, he will seem a more valid successor to the Dragonlords. Do not mistake his gregariousness for kindness. It's a mask like many he wears, such as my husband.
Oh, I didn't feel particularly fooled by his sentiments.
Then, you are wiser than the common folk of Mytros.
He still plays the card that he is a people's king, but
He once said to me that I might be a goddess, but I fail to understand the hearts of my subjects. That he alone knows what's best for his people. And I believe to extend the same sentiment to you, so like every other strumpet in the kingdom, it seems like you're on equal footing with me in his eyes.
did
Point.
you?
Oh, you go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Nope,
All right.
you.
So at what point do we reject that and find the weak point?
So there is a weak point. As I said, there is no clean way to stop this. Sidon's attacks on this city are extensive and overwhelming. He has battered us. People every day lose faith in the Five and go where they see power. They look to the skies. They awaken from dreams. These primal forces, they are
Perhaps that's what I find so difficult to deal with. For them to know who is causing the problem and yet blame another. To say that we cannot stop what Sidon brings when it is Sidon choosing to bring it. I can't help but think that every step we take to appease either of the Titans strengthens their grip, not weakens it.
It would be true. Every act of devotion towards a being of divine power does indeed provide them with succor and strength. That's why I believe we have fallen so low. The Titans continue to grow in power.
So do the people know what causes them harm?
Oh, yes. But fear is just as potent as love. Perhaps even stronger.
Yet more temporary.
And time will tell. Fear held the people in check for many years when they first landed here. Seems only fair that it can do so again. The hearts of the people have not changed.
But fear is dispelled by hope. We don't have to defeat Sidon. We just need a moment's respite. We just need to remind them what it's like not under his storm. they have hope, then they stop fearing Sidon and looking toward where that light can come. I'm not
Uh,
looking for a way to kill Sidon within the week. I'm just looking for a way to disrupt the storm.
Lovely sentiment, but again, how do you suppose you do that?
If only we could seek wisdom of some sort that would be higher than our own.
Wisdom I would offer is to be stronger than you are now.
And
You
yet
seek to challenge divinity. You need to be able to mold this earth as a god does. We are bound by the oath of peace.
only
we
as
were-
much as the Titans are, and yet
You,
here they
misunderstand.
are.
You misunderstand the reading of the document. Sidon is the Lord of Storms. He dictates where storms are. I am the goddess of wisdom. I am not prevented from being a provider of wisdom to the people, nor can Sidon be denied the right to create storms.
And yet the wisdom you provide is go be stronger.
The wisdom
Well-
I provide is that you should not have come here.
Well, fat lot of good that does us now.
Precisely.
Regardless of the actions that brought us here, what do you propose we do now, Lady Valis? Queen Valis.
Titles do not matter. There is one option, though it would take time. Time we might not have. But summoning my family together, we might be able to fight off this divine storm. Something of our own, but it's only a chance, and there's no guarantee that any of them would agree.
Well, we tell
Pythor-
Pythor there's a party, and we get your
Pythor-
brother
oh,
to
wow.
make
Well, Pythor
a
really owes
flagon,
us one.
the flagon that won't run out of ale.
Afraid we tried that once and made it through a week. Oh, the
You
peace
really
does
broke-
not do him well.
Well, put it this way. Your brother Pythor owes us one, kind of. And I'm sure we could finagle Vulcan in some way.
The issue is, I'm not even sure if I want to do it.
Why?
We'd be sacrificing a bit of the little power that we have left.
You would be taking a risk.
Not a risk, a sacrifice, a guaranteed loss. Not a
What
calculated
happened?
move.
After.
We'd be weaker, less capable of defending those we can barely defend now. And the Oath of Peace would still expire, and the Titans would be just as strong. And the day would come, and if you were not ready and guided, and
Then
kept
offer
safe.
us some wisdom.
I have.
Point a direction. The direction is not 70 children sent into a cult. The direction is not whatever Gaius said. I stopped listening when he opened his mouth. There has to be a direction. And it cannot be appeasing a storm. I have given a storm all I ever planned to give it, and I do not plan to give it anymore.
You find yourself at an impasse. You are quite literally fighting a divine piece of nature. What
Is-
wisdom can I provide in an impossible situation?
Aside from you and your siblings, is there something else we can use? Or do? Or look into something?
Not within time to appease the king. He will call you failures, and your image will be tarnished in this city. That is what you must protect, the belief in yourselves. Or if the Castus makes himself seem more legitimate, any victory you have will be attributed to him. You see now, this is not a situation I can advise out of.
This is not a situation where we win. What
Precisely.
the chosen show up and they listen to the advice of the worshippers of the Titan, and things get worse when they're already bad. If we're going to have a bad reputation anyway, I would rather it be one of failure trying to do what is right than saying, "Oh, you're hurting us. Here, have something so that next time when you want it again, you will hurt us."
Capitulation saves lives. It pushes the battle back. Sometimes you need to give ground. Sometimes you need to marry a fucking half-wit who thinks he's going to be such a great hero because that's what's going to keep people safe and put you in a position of power. I know you probably suffered a lot in your life. In fact, I've heard tales of how much you suffered and what you've gone through. But don't tell me that I need to give you more. All right? I know what suffering is.
I don't want more. I want a scrap.
You shouldn't have come here. This is a city where the powerful have gorged themselves and left nothing in return.
Then we'll leave, or at least I will. And Threnos will turn around and walk away from this.
Very well. The only option you have is to choose among the choices presented to you. Assuming you don't have the amount of gold needed to purchase the 100 oxen, or have the abilities to stop the storm with your own powers.
Defera is going to quietly lean into Calliope, and just whisper to them, maybe just keep eyes on him.
He's never gonna leave my sight.
She's going to then turn to Valis. That's the name. Am I gonna get it wrong? Okay, fuck.
You got it, Palace. Gosh of wisdom.
Uh,
Pain in butts.
She will turn to Valis, as well as Eliana. What's your experience with, say, I don't know, talking to the Titans by way of them not messing with you? Is that like a possibility?
Not from me. For you, maybe. I'm sure they would love to have one of you under their employ as they corrupted the Dragonlords of old.
Well,
But
that's
I would not offer that
definitely...
as an option.
Yeah, that's not what I was thinking. But thanks for putting that in the noggin for the memory
Question,
bank to
has
not do.
anyone been looking at Kira?
No.
So, just so I didn't want to interrupt any of the RP because it was very good and I was super into it. But Defera would have absolutely been reading the vibe of the room and seeing if anybody in that room was noticing what we were talking about and seemed piqued or interested. Mostly because she's trying to think of other options as well. So she wouldn't have necessarily been watching Kira, but she would have been watching for like any of the other people in the temple, if anyone was like sparked by the voices, if, kind of all of the vibe of the space.
Vibe of the space is there's a storm outside and everyone is huddled for shelter. If any acolytes of the temple did come around, they probably would have read the situation. It would have been one of those like, whoop,
All right. Valid.
Because Kira is going to actually approach Calliope like on the shoulder and just gonna hear very softly, "Can I please have one of your instruments?"
She stifles a why and just does it.
Just one of the barred ones, mine. One of mine, but yours, whichever one you don't want.
Oh no, which one do I not want?
Valis is, what are you doing, sister? This is not the time for a giddy. And she looks back, and those of you seeing, she has been red-eyed. You've been here for days, letting your people cower and be hurt and suffer while you hid the powers of divinity. Sister, you forget. No, you forget your position. Being a divinity is not just about enjoying the fruits of your wisdom and your expanded mind, or where the fuck you actually got. Sometimes you cling to the oath of peace so tightly. While the Titans play freely, I'm starting to wonder if it's actually an agreement between the two of you or a safety blanket for you to hide under. I don't care what the fuck you want to do. You want to go pretend like your husband isn't sleeping under 100 donkeys right now, or whatever fuck I honestly gave up after you decided to try and pull a pity play on everybody. I need to go fix this. I don't care what it costs. Instrument!
Hand over the lyre.
Takes it. Good fucking choice. And she'll start just beginning to walk off.
I think as we all head out, I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Leo kind of is like, thank you for your wisdom. And then I kind of like
I'm sorry.
dump my helmet to the floor. Here's our parting gift, and walk off.
I'm just gonna kind of like look at it and look at Leo as he
Yeah.
leaves. Like, what the
I
fuck?
get paid in puke.
I'm sorry you all walked into this. I don't know what my sister's going to do, but I'm sorry.
I don't think I have anything to say to her. I think I'm just gonna keep walking. And at this point, Calliope is trying to keep an eye on both Threnos, who has already left, and Kira, who is going God knows where. That's what she's doing right now.
All right. So we have Calliope following Kira.
/ Threnos. I hope they're going in the same direction.
Question: where is Threnos going?
Please.
Out the door.
Right,
Into
you're
the
in a giant fucking storm. Where to next?
into the middle of the street.
Oh dear God.
There is a large open area. You have this Temple of Sidon before you, another giant gate to your left, and the palace to your right.
Big open area works. Looking for what to send to everybody. But yeah. And he is going to pace back and forth a few times. Not say anything. Look up, look around, look over to the temple, and eventually just squat down in the middle of the street, in the middle of the storm, as the rain pours over his hair.
I think I give him a little bit, and then Leo comes up, pulls out his shield, and just like covers him.
Calliope is gonna take a wing. We're just gonna make an umbrella. Gonna catch a cold out here.
There has to be another way. I'm not stupid. I know we can't kill him yet. But I will.
Wait, we can't?
Right now.
I've
One day.
spoken with Sidon. No.
Yeah.
Not right now.
Well, Threnos, on that note, we're losing Kira, who's on a mission, and I will point to the small goddess storming away with
Did she
with a
actually
leaf in her
have?
hand.
So she had an idea.
Liar and a
We-
dragon egg on her front.
Liar. We don't know what that plan is, but
It's
it
something.
involves a thing.
Also,
It's-
Mytros
so we
is,
should-
of course, jumping after her because she has the egg.
It's better than what I've heard so far. And Theranos will slowly get up. Thank you. And start
We'll figure
following
this
her.
out.
Before leaving the queen and her contingency,
Yes. Oh, she's a nose grab all to rival your own.
damn, that's pretty fucking tough.
Uh-huh.
Queen Valis, you wanted us to be stronger in order to essentially fight the Titans and rid them.
Eventually, yes, that is the hope.
Do you know what our next step would be to move forward? A direction that might lead us back to help here, as well as get what we need.
I think this might have all just been a trap to make you look like fools. Not simply by the king, by Sidon himself. The two these days seem to almost be of one mind, and I question what the common thread between them could be. But it might be better to temporarily look a fool than to forever allow these people to suffer. Admitting to the king you don't know. This building, this structure is vanity. Even my brother might acknowledge it. Likely not.
You'd say that his statue isn't big enough.
Pythor, yes. It would be a moral loss, certainly. But what is stone in comparison for blooded lives?
So you're okay with this being lost? Should it come down to that?
Should it come to that, yes. Choose to appease Sidon and whatever fragile Edo that he holds, rather than doom 70 children to a life under Lutheria's grasp.
And then
Storm will end. We move on. Weaker, yes, but the capability of moving on.
keep it in consideration.
That's all I can ask.
I don't foresee how this is going to be a way for us to get to where we need to be.
Not every road is a step forward. But every step is part of your journey. I know you are no fool. You cannot have thought that this entire journey would be righting wrongs. Sometimes it's just about surviving. But Eliana, I know you have sought my guidance before, and I must admit to you now that I am likely the largest fool in all of Thylea.
I don't know. I met some real not great people.
I get reports occasionally from my sister, yes, of your companions.
Yeah.
The point still stands. You have my wisdom. I hope you can do something greater with it than I can.
We'll see. And I'll give her like a bow.
There's really no need to bow when you can smell vomit in the air.
Yeah, I hold my breath. It's God,
Go,
so
please.
gross.
My sister's going to do something stupid. Just keep her safe.
I mean, that's kind of a thing.
She has a kind heart. She's probably the best of all of us. She's lost the most, certainly.
I'll go track her down, make sure she's not too foolish.
You will succeed when I have failed for years, then.
Oh, I offer no guarantees.
Just go. And you can, of course, leave. I assume the rest of you catch up, or Eliana can see you all heading up towards the Great Palace.
Mm-hmm. Wherever Kira's going.
All right. Yeah, she's huffing it, but she's not going too fast. You could probably
Okay.
start to catch up if you're really moving it. She's kind of restrained. She does have an Obum on board.
Thurnos will pick up the pace a little bit to catch up. So you have an idea.
It's, well, not a great one, but it's an idea. You know me, full of great ideas. Sorry, I'm trying to think of a rhyme for my divine ass. She's tuning up the lyre. This is not great weather for me either.
But I know it won't stop you from doing this. You'll be great. Might I say I may be seeing you for the first time.
Wow, your eyesight's fucking terrible.
The worst.
Oh, no one. Doesn't your, dad have 3 eyes or something? Come on, nothing, none of that rubbed off? Sorry, I'm really, just blowing things off with humor right now. If they want to play God, well, I can play it better. And walking into the Divine Palace, the Grand Palace, I think now would be a great time to take our first break. So,
What do you mean?
what do you think I mean? I mean, we're gonna take a break. So,
Attention.
before
attention.
we go, I do want to give a quick shout out because over here on Neon Lights, it is of course Black History Month, and throughout Black History Month, we'll be supporting several charities as a part of our push to uplift Black voices. This week, our charity marathon is directing funds to Black Girls in Motion, a Toronto-based charity with the goal of assisting Black women of all walks of life avoid, survive, and overcome sexual violence, which is, of course, I think you'll agree, an absolutely incredible cause. So, I think there is a command in chat. Oh, yep.
I already
Perfect.
did it.
Perfect. The Tiltify link is there. We are really hoping we can break our goal in the same record time we broke last week's goal. And also, I'm going to take the time. I'll shout them out twice because they are deserving of it. I'll call them out right now. We're shouting out Black creators every time we come on screen, not just Oathsworn, but also all the shows on Neon Lights. And today, we'd like to give a very big and special shout out to Shockpoint, who you might recognize from shows such as Last Transmission, most recently, but also in his Divine Name, amongst others. An absolutely incredible player. the best mechanicus person I think I've ever seen. Not afraid to bring a chainsaw onto anyone's heads and just like, I don't know. I feel like Shock brings this level of commitment to a character where he's not afraid to grind against the rest of the party and provide a like purely logic-based argument, especially in last transmission where my character will be like very emotional and keep everyone happy. Shock is great at bringing that down while still bringing some incredibly human moments. So I'll shout him out again at the end of screen, but if you haven't already, Shockpoint is an incredibly talented and awesome person who does his own streams and records some voice lines, if I recall correctly. So give him money because super talented and yeah. So that all being said, we will be right back after a short break. So thank you all. It's been really great to be back here in our new home. Going to talk a whole bunch more about that at the end of our stream. But for now, go sit down, get some liquids, handle anything you need handled, get a snack, and we'll be figuring out what happens next after this. So yeah, see you next time. Michelle, if you could take us out. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Thank you already. I'm pretty sure we just hit our goal again for the charity. So thank you so much to everyone who donated during that break period. You are doing amazing work. And we're looking, and if you want to donate more, we will not stop you. With Tiltify, everything should be a-okay to just keep processing on through. So let's smash this goal. Like a like button and or notification bell. God, I really don't like the words I just said. Anyway, this is our secondary screen where we do cool things like show you the map of Mytros. Which you can see, I think I'm pointing the right direction. I'm not. But yeah, our heroes, having just had a bit of a tense standoff with the king and the king's advisors and the queen slash goddess of wisdom, who seems to be in a bit of a rut. The opinions are varied and logic and strategy are very often hotly debated. But yeah, you are all taking after Kira, who has been... One can't really walk ferociously with a baby papoose with a giant egg in it, and an even angrier pseudo dragon nipping at their heels. But she's trying, and has mentioned that she has a plan.
Slight waddle.
Yeah, the waddle of champions. But takes you up into the Grand Palace. Brief moment of respite as again, servants just seem to hang out at the door with fabrics and towels kind of things ready to offer to dry you off, but she just blows right past them. Again,
I'm whipping at him with my wings on the way by.
They get splashed.
What'd you
Honestly,
do that for?
it seems like it's pretty par for the course for them.
What was that for?
Let's just do what we're doing. She has a plan.
I'm right, I have a fucking plan. I am plan central. Plan fucking Thopolis. Where plans are birthed in and made. They have a plant factory there. It's great.
Okay.
And
so mind giving us just one or two details on what that is?
Wow! If I wanted you grabbing onto my ass, I'd ask nicely. Just let me... I gotta just... If you keep asking me to explain myself, I might not want to do it, okay? That's
Okay.
all you need to know. And she eventually makes her way out to a balcony that overlooks the entire city, as much that can be seen. She'll, of course, turn to Leo and take the egg off, which Mytros now jumps on top of, and should probably put this somewhere safe.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's supposed to be a very child-unfriendly environment here. Not just because my language. Okay, you can do this. Just challenge us, God of Storms. It's gonna be fine. You're so smart. You're so smart. You're so great. Your mother never called you a reprobate. Anyway, she moves her way to the end of the balcony, and I'm gonna start playing, and I'll be honest, Sidon's never been that big of a fan as she pulls a thumb across each string of the lyre. It's the lyre, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But I imagine once he figures out what I'm actually doing, he's gonna be real fucking pissed. Oh, the piece should still hold. I'm just playing my goddamn music. So, if you could help me not be stabbed while that's happening, that would be really cool. I mean, like real hero, like stabbed, crushed, smashed, burned, drowned. I don't know.
I thought you were just gonna play a song.
It's a really good song.
I'll put Shield of Faith on her.
All right. That's an extra +2 to AC, yeah?
Correct.
Perfection. I'm going to have that applied right now.
And she shimmers.
Yeah, a glowing shield appears around her and starts to catch some of the, pings a little bit as the rain activates it just slightly. Thanks, Thanos. You might want to get set up. Again, no idea what's going to happen.
I will. I should probably heal myself, but who does that? Move up closer, because I don't trust no motherfucker to not just come up to her on a balcony.
That'll work. Distance is right on the map.
Yeah, I mean, they're all approximate, so...
Okay.
You can assume that a 4 block of tiles here is 5 feet.
Got it.
So I trust you. Let's say. Defaro, do you want to be in a certain position?
DeFero would like to knock over this table and create a barricade, protector shield.
Sounds super cool. So I'm going to just draw this line to show where the table is.
Okay, I'm going to ask Kira to step behind it. Like, she can stand on a chair, but
I'm just going to perform right here, if that's okay, DeFaro, darling.
Maybe, like, on a chair. Oh, okay.
So you want me more exposed? Again,
No,
gosh,
like...
buy me drinks was not the time. I know I'm stopping.
Alright,
my clothes
okay.
are, my toga's all wet, but like,
here we go.
not like this.
I was just, then you could just duck down. Never mind. Okay, Kira, here we are.
Acoustics of ducking are terrible. Anyway, okay. And she starts playing. And it's basic strings at first. Just a melody, but you watch as the soothing notes throughout it, the shine that's like surrounding her with that shield of faith, you start to see a light kind of shine even within her, piercing her skin as it begins to flow into the instrument as she continues to play. And you watch as the immediate water falling around her in a storm actually slows as it begins to get close. And that's when you hear the first harpies. I need everyone to start and roll me initiative.
I'd rather not.
Here they
Well,
come.
Natural 20, of course.
Ooh,
Of course I had to.
A solid
Fucking
5.
harpies.
Get him! Get him!
All right, I see 4 of 5. I need one more from Eliana.
Here.
All right. I'm gonna add a turn for them. Pull this up.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
Did you take your -1 from Cole?
I'm pretty sure it's a. I don't
I thought that was
remember.
available if I remember. Or was it a minus? No, because you
It's a
gave a
minus-
+2 to Chrissy, and you got a -1.
I'll take the -1.
Yeah, we did it, everybody. He's
Okay.
still the same spot.
So, Calliope, the first move of this combat in the new season is yours.
Oh my god. That's wild. Alright. Looking at the harpies in front of her and looking at Kira, I think one thing is kind of repeating in her head, and it was actually something that Valis said during the talk in the throne room of we need to give sight on something he's never seen before. And I am going to harmonize with my Zephyr lute to whatever Kira is playing. And I'm going to I'm going to conjure an elemental. And I'm going to conjure an earth elemental. Right
Earth elemental.
here.
Not the only one I don't have ready.
Oh no!
This is what you get for not preparing.
He's quietly,
all
he's
the
crossing his
elementals.
fingers. Not Earth, not Earth, not Earth, not Earth, not Earth.
Yeah.
I can figure out. You tell me where it is, and
Okay.
I will get
Yeah,
it
we're
sorted.
just gonna put it like in the middle of these 3 harpies over here.
Okay. Perfect. All right. I will do that. You know that's not what it is.
Here it is.
Come on, it's gonna be really big for a second, but it's gonna be okay.
Oh my god!
It's
Oh my
giant.
god, that's
elemental.
giant. Well, I mean,
Wow,
they're
that is-
large.
They are
Why
large.
didn't you
They
do
are
that days ago?
Okay. Big Earth
Oh my God.
elemental. Big Earth elemental vibes.
Yeah. All right, and then I don't think I can just like make it do anything on my turn. Hold on.
Does it roll initiative, or does it act immediately after you?
That's what I'm gonna look up because it's not on my spell list because it's part of the item and not my spell list. Let's see. Roll initiative for it. Yeah, because
Okay.
it has its own turns.
I will add a turn, and then I just gotta do one
And then
thing.
yeah, it takes no action to tell it to do something. So right now it's just smash.
All right.
Smash.
It is in the order.
Perfect.
I'm going to quickly. You select a token there. Save that. Okay, I am going to give this one control to you.
Yes.
All right, so you
Very
should be able to
good.
control that. All right.
That's my action.
All right.
As
I hear you have more of those
my-
now.
yeah. As my bonus action, Calliope is gonna look over to Leo and say, "Don't let him get past. Give you a bardic inspiration."
Nice.
All right. And so, 3 harpies just had an earth elemental just pop up between them. The first one is actually going to move towards you, so take an opportunity. Can you roll
Ooh,
me a d20 for that earth elemental?
Yeah,
please?
let me see what I just pulled up the stat block. Okay, what is your smash?
Slam is a +8.
Let's say, yeah.
Kick his ass.
I have so many tabs up.
You can just roll a d20.
25.
25. Okay, roll me 2d8.
Then it's like plus something.
Yes, but you can do 2d8 plus 5
okay.
if you want. 2d8 plus 5.
Yeah.
If you want to get all technical.
Technical. 11.
Okay. As this thing's running away, as this thing flies towards you, it catches the ferocious strike of the earth elemental as it forms the fist just in time to connect with the back of it and shove it forward as it moves towards you, but does get to strike at you with club and claw alike. So
Ooh,
that is going to be a 17 and an 8. So I'm assuming 17 hits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
So it flies towards you, trying to get at you with its feet talons. And as it gets slammed, it kind of sends it sputtering into the ground, but regains itself long enough to give you a hard thwack into the guts with the club for 4 damage.
Okay.
These two are going to spend their turn fighting the rock. So that is an 11, 12, an 11, and an 18, which will just hit. So they're just going to be barraging, and it's going to be scraping off this thing, and it's going to only take a little bit of bludgeoning damage.
Is this magical bludgeoning?
It's
or...
not, so it's halved.
Wait, how much is that?
Oh yeah, I already put in the damage. It would have been 2 total, with the resistances included. Okay. The other two. First one's flying towards Leo. Second one, gonna attack the Reynolds because harpies tend to not like sirens a whole lot. So Leo, first attack coming towards you. Claws and club, 18 and a 16.
Both miss.
Oh. As you bring up your shield, yeah? And just hear a solid boom, boom, against it as it scrambles and claws at the sides of it, getting a bit up in the air. Renos, you are going to get a similar assailants, a 10, and which I assume doesn't hit?
Actually doesn't.
Oh, and a 1. So it's going to be moving past you a little bit if you want to take an opportunity attack, as it lunges too hard, trying to get you with the club.
I don't have that button ready. I don't plan that sort of thing. I will try and stab it with a dagger on its way by.
Perfect.
13.
13 will... Yes, that will hit.
I went away from it because I didn't think I would. All of 4 damage.
That's you managed to slice a bit at its side as it overextends past you, and it will, screech as it perches itself up on the edge here. Eliana.
All right. Well, I was hoping to do this before they started swarming, but here we go anyway. She's going to kind of tap the bottom of her, one of her many spears, and lift it up. And everybody besides the Earth Elemental will get to enjoy a beacon of hope. So everybody has advantage on wisdom saves, death saves, and regains the max number of HP from any healing.
I feel hopeful.
All right. Is that your turn? Anything else you want to do?
I don't think I can do anything else.
All right.
Just magics.
That's fine. It's time for a rock fact.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. We're gonna take, I can make 2 slam attacks. All right, yeah, we're just gonna make 2 slam attacks on this one right here.
Yeah,
That one
absolutely.
with the pink ping.
Take a swing. +8.
Oh no, well that's an actual 1 on the first one. Hopefully I do better on the next one.
Smashes it down and actually explodes its hand with the force, as it wasn't fully
18.
recuperated yet. 18 will hit though.
Okay, let me get that. 18.
The first one hits the ground so hard, its left hand explodes. So for next round, we'll say you only get one attack as it's reforming the structure of its hand. But the harpy like jumps to the side and is about to look up with that sick, twisted pleasure as it gets bopped real hard, just checked in the gut, like the kind of hit that makes you go, you know, it just makes sounds you don't want to make. And is, you know, despite the harpies having alluring songs, yeah, this one isn't. Anything else that you can do?
Nope.
All right, Dafira.
Yeah. So Dafira will move to the other side of her barrier and go, look. See, I thought they were going to come from the ledge. Anyway, all right. She's going to move into like kind of like a defensive stance on the opposite side of where Eliana is. If she's still playing.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll go ahead and yeah, sure. We'll just send out a good old classic Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
And we'll go to this guy right here.
The one out on the balcony?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Hit him with the Eldritch Blast. 15 will hit.
15. 2 beams at 5th level. So that's 2. Boop. And boop.
Wow. Highest and lowest you can get.
Trash garbage, but I'll take it anyway.
You unleash the now stronger blast of energy as it connects. Remind everyone, what does your Eldritch Blast look like? Is it the connecting lines of dots, or is I think of someone else?
I think you're thinking of someone else, but hers would probably be snake-like tendrils.
Energy twisting and colliding with that final blast, like a viper striking at its prey. As you watch the siren recoil as it keeps its balance by just digging in further to the stonework on here, and it hisses and growls back at you, seemingly in the same breath. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Threnos.
Threnos is going to glare at these harpies on either side, and the one that went flying past him is just going to murmur under his breath, "Enough!" And his wings are going to snap together over his head, and the tips of the wings are going to glow red as 4 scorching rays go flying out of the top.
Yeah.
2 toward the harpy on the window. For a terrible 9 and a 23.
23 will hit.
So that's going to be 7 damage to the one on the ledge, and then the other 2 to the one over by Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Button. 18 to hits.
Yep.
And a 15, I believe, hits.
2 hits.
So that's going to be 5 more and 2 more. So.
All right, 7 total as you send those flaming feathers striking immediately at the one towards you. It's not looking good. And this other one that you can see scrambling on top of Leo's shield is just blasted off slightly as it only barely keeps one hand gripped to the shield to send itself from being flung away.
And I will scramble over to over by the table.
Yes, perfect. You can do so. All right, Leo Darkos.
Yes. I go ahead and attack the harpy in front of me. And I hit that button.
24 will definitely hit, yeah.
Perfect.
No, it might. Yeah.
Oh. Missed that one. Well, 14 damage. As I swing while it's wildly in the air.
Mm-hmm. You manage to while it just has the grasp on your shield, you can pull it in just for a perfect slice into it with the Zevos. Yeah. Yeah. Is that your?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
attacks. That's
Yeah.
wild.
25 to hit.
You're allowed to roll lower. It's okay.
As I only do 9 damage this time around.
I imagine it's a quick like upswing on the first one, downswing back into offensive position.
Yes. And as I think I'm gonna just stick here. Yeah, I was gonna move, but I'm like, nah.
All right. So, at the end of the round, you see the skies continue to swell and swirl around you as yet more harpies descend on, and you also see that at a point, the wind itself seems to gust and form into a foe itself. So, stance floor is getting a little full, but you know what? Who doesn't like multiple partners?
What's the context?
Combat, of
You
course.
need
You're
context?
taking a beating.
I would like context.
Well, that's too bad. Calliope, you're up.
All right. I've got a harpy in front of me, and I would like to take a. We're gonna go with a one-handed longsword attack at this thing. Hopefully, it'll work. The 13 hit.
Against the harpy? Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah, it's 10 damage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you give
Yeah.
a solid just
Whack.
hard slice across the across the gesture at that.
Alright, and then since I did that one-handed, I can use my bonus action to use 2 weapon fighting and go for a second attack with my offhand. We're gonna say this is dagger right here. 21 to hit for 4.
Yeah, no, that will hit. As with the first you slice across, and you can quickly, as it's recoiling, catch it with another good stab. Anything else you'd like to do?
That's it.
All right, just want to check. All right, we'll start with the harpy that's on you there. As it clutches at its chest with one arm, it's then going to leap at you and with both feet try and make claw attacks towards your way. That's a 9 and a 10.
Even with my low AC, that doesn't hit.
Usually doesn't happen, Chad. I swear. How do you avoid this? I don't think we've got a lot of the kinesiology of Calliope.
I mean, yeah, after the 2 strikes, which, I mean, she's just putting absolutely no mercy into them, honestly. And the recoil from doing those 2 strikes, there's only, that very short window of time before some talons start going her way. She just ends up, instead of blocking with their swords that don't have the time, probably just a wing or 2 just goes right in front of her face.
And you can still probably feel a little bit as feathers are torn away under the 2 kicks with talons as you unfurl and get back into position. There's still 2 harpies engaged with this earth elemental. We'll see if they can do anything to Rocky.
Rocky!
10 and a 14 will not do anything. And natural 20 will do something, but an 8 won't. So that is going to be 15 damage as these are just kind of swirling around, assailing him like he's a meal prepared for a cursed seer.
Even the natural 20 is reduced.
I know. So, and one of them just manages to, while they're not getting a lot of hits in, one of them does manage to grip onto a bit of section that's it's where an eye would be, and get a little bit of rock off. But it's still not a lot
He's
of damage.
gonna roar, not the gumdrop buttons.
All right, we have another one, Harpy, fighting you, Leo. That's a 9 and a 5.
No.
Well, 20. I thought we had a deal. You let me hit these guys sometimes real bad. Anyway, this harpy who's not looking so great is going to make a dash towards the closest person, who happens to be
Good, I can use my
Eliana.
reaction.
Yeah?
Yeah,
it's gonna
I have
sweep-
polearm mastery, so as soon as it gets within my reach, I'm gonna bash the shit out of it.
Okay, I rolled the attacks. Let's see if it even matters. 11 will still hit.
Oh shit, for real?
Mm-hmm. Meets it, beats it.
For real, for real.
Cool. Love that for them. It takes 6 damage.
Okay. They are not feeling great at that, though they will collide into you and hit you, and try to hit you with a pair of 18s.
Those will both hit.
Okay. That is going to be 3 bludgeoning and 5 slashing. As you manage to thwack, but as you kind of leave yourself a bit exposed, it does manage to get in and collide and strike your back and shoulder a bit more than you'd like.
Yeah.
Constitution saves?
Concentration.
Oh, gotcha. All good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This one is similarly going to 1, 2, move in here, and in this situation will attack you as well. What about 2 claws? A 16 and a 9?
Nope.
Oh, okay. And you recover as you're getting back, and hold up a shield as this one flies in. This one is going to 1, 2, 3, and get in on this Leo action, which seems so fun and not bad at all. 9 and a 12, which I heard from my sources won't do anything.
No.
Great. All right. That looks like all my harpies. So for the moment, Eliana.
Cool. I'm gonna stab this one. Attempt to. A 22 to hit. Or
Yeah.
6 piercing.
Which one? The one that just got you?
The one that's up here.
Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah. No. It's looking very nearly dead.
Fucking serious.
Barely clips.
Fine. I guess I'll use my bonus action to try to hit it with the back end of my polearm.
Yeah. No, that will hit.
For 8.
And you stab it. It's reeling in pain, and you just finish it with a hard thunk across the face as it falls back away from you, defeated.
Cool.
Cut its feet off.
No.
There will be time for that later.
You
What?
cut its feet off. I don't want no chicken leg.
It defeated it.
Hey, you see that exit behind you? That's my turn.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
There's nothing more I can do right now.
All right. It is time for the rock slide. What's our earth elemental friend doing?
He's smashing.
All right. He's got the 1 smash attack this turn.
Alright. I can get to... Why is the dice roller not working? Hello? Well, okay, I'm just gonna type it manually in the chat, I guess. Great, cool. 25.
Yeah. No. That'll hit. This is against the one you've been hitting as of recently, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. It takes a more conservative swing here, slower and with more method as the other arm moves up and does, again, bat at one of them as they're both swooping around him. definitely looking very weak there. Anything else? Any other rock facts to share with the class?
No, that's it.
All right, Defera.
Yes, hello. She will pop up from behind this and step right there. And see that they kind of have all these guys managed. Kinda, okay. And she's going to aim for this guy down here.
All right, shoot for the air elemental.
I don't know how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try for it, you know? Why not? With an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Wow. Okay. Base level. 1. 2.
All right, that's 12 damage.
12, 7,
12 damage?
12. Yeah, math. Social worker, not a mathematician here, but
You're good. You fire another string of 2 like tendril, tail-like shots that collide twice over into it, and it seems to disrupt its form somewhat as it moves its ever-changingness towards you. It is going to start moving your direction. Leo, you can't make an opportunity attack because it's going to be big enough to have all the friends. So it's going to take 1 slam attack towards you and then turn back and try and hit Leo. So 19 on Defera, 22 on Leo.
It hits me as well.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 17 bludgeoning to both of you. They're really weird, it rolled the same thing twice. I had a nickel for every time this air elemental did 17 damage on this turn. I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot.
Doesn't very much.
It's weird having twice. Alright, Threnos.
Threnos is going to look at this mess and look at all of them in a closely clumped circle and go, Leo, find some space for me. Please. Next turn. Next time. When you get a second. 6 precisely.
Next turn. In approximately 6 seconds.
In about 6 seconds, don't be in the middle of a bunch of them. And then Threnos is going to spread his wings particularly wide and then just snap them shut. And as they do, this tendril of air is going to form and whap the air elemental into its whatever approximate head it has for a Tasha's Mind Whip. Oh, that's not the right button. Apologies. And I'm going to heighten it with my meta magic, so it gets disadvantage on an intelligence saving throw, please.
Ooh, well, you know, elementals famously very smart. 14?
14 would fail. See, if that's what it got on disadvantage, that's why.
With disadvantage,
yes, I heightened it.
Sorry, 0.
Okay.
It got a 0.
Perfect. So 12 damage, psychic damage. And
All right.
the following, there's a book. No reactions. On its next turn, it only gets a move, a action, or a bonus action.
Okay.
So if you all move away from it, it can't chase you and hit you.
Protest.
And that's all I got.
Yeah. All right. Then next is Leo. Do you heed the warning?
Yeah, you wanted me to move.
Clear out an approximately 20-foot area around the baddies.
Okay.
Let's just say there was a fireball right there.
So that's what that was. I was like, what's
the
that?
whole time?
I thought that was something like Turk drew very ominously and was like,
No,
okay,
I
I
put
guess
it
I
there and I
just want to
tried
ask
to get it off
questions.
screen.
It's not big enough.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. It's not big enough, is it?
Y'all are
It's,
the best.
it's half size.
So
Double it.
I know. I did.
yeah.
double
So
Double it and give it to the
Okay.
next person.
it. Keep going. Further. Further.
Sorry,
Come around to
okay.
this side of the table. This side of the table.
Oh, that
Leo,
side?
come this way.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like to imagine. It's like no, the other way, run the other way.
Leo's like,
this is what
what?
I'm imagining.
Jesus Christ. Well, no, there's more enemies this
Actually, my
way.
favorite.
You can jump over the table. I'll let you do that if you want.
No. I imagine the table being 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall. Oh my gosh. If you
Just in
want,
case you bring more baddies. Wait. Sorry, it was just like 4 of these is 5, so it's 5. I think that's far enough.
Here, can we have that template again? Just
Rebuilding it. One moment.
yeah, I
So
don't
I
know.
want
you
to
might-
leave people too high and dry.
I feel like you'd be fine if you. Yeah, you should be fine. If you do move, you will be taking 2 opportunity attacks
Yes.
from harpies, though. So I'll
Yes,
do
yes,
that
yes.
right now.
Go for it.
An 11 and 22.
22 hits.
oh my
Okay. Oh,
god,
Jesus.
that is massive. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I don't want to, make it awkward, but yeah, kind of is.
Christ.
That was me. Sorry. So you take 3 bludgeoning damage, Leo. As they both try to swing at you as you go by and stop short and cut back. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn other than move?
Yeah, I might as well just whack this guy from behind.
You might as well, right? I'll give you a
Yeah.
little bit of a roll again with that.
Yeah.
+2.
16.
Yeah, 16 will hit. I mean, they'll both hit, but
Yeah. 12 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. As you slice in with your Zephos across the siren's wings, more leathery than feathers. But yeah, and you want to swing
do
again?
it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it again.
I'll do it again.
Natural
Yeah,
20.
no, take a natural 20.
27.
I guess we can give you a natural 20. You know, like,
I see that natural 20. I see that natural 20.
See that beautiful bean footage.
Perfect.
You should be able to just click on the longsword +1 in the chat here, and it'll generate for you.
Oh. Perfect. There it goes.
There's a lot of numbers.
So it's most likely.
So 20. It looks like 14 + 6 for 20 damage. All right. Looking real rough indeed. As you get a really solid second upswing, nearly taking that wing off of the joint. Gonna make some lovely, fried chicken later.
No.
No, probably bad. Really bad actually. Don't eat heartbeat. Anyway, any other things to do on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. At the end of your turn, you see as the expansion of this effect has caused Kira, got my bards mixed up, caused Kira to effectively almost her skin becoming this like shining beacon in the darkness. The rain, droplets of water stopping around her and slowing across this entire balcony. But in this almost seemingly, as she continues to expand that influence and send it up despite the storm's protestations, now that water that has stopped seems to form together behind Leo into another elemental force. The rage of Sidon continues.
Uh-oh.
Though it does seem like there's been a kind of pillar of light building around Kira as she plays, the melody not increasing in speed or tempo, but almost like you can feel like each note plucking is not so much a pluck on the string, but a pluck on the very chords of reality itself as you feel each note hold in your entire being, especially being this close to it. All right. By top of the order, as some more, as someone most kindly called them, troopers of the storm, and elemental forms in. Calliope, it's your turn. You might, it sounds like you might be in the blast zone. So
Yeah. I want to get as far away from that as I can without.
Friendly reminder.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to put the blast radius right there, or?
I'm gonna get as many as I can. That's the
Okay.
goal.
Well, I'm gonna get away from this air elemental because it can't hit me right now. So at the very least, I'm gonna stay in combat with this harpy, but just kind of move around. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we'll do that. And then second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna do the whole 1-2 longsword dagger combo. Action, bonus action. 14
Yep.
for 5.
Okay.
24 for 7.
You sidestep and then jumping to the side of it, I imagine giving your wings, kind of throwing them in its face as a quick distraction. You ram your sword through. Do you Xephos style, right? You're still, longsword Xephos kind of thing, or did you properly? Okay, so you cut that one through, usually a kind of an axe-like overhead swipe, but you ram this one into its side, and then as it's throwing up protestations of pain, you silence it with a quick slice, and removing both. The harpy's song of pain will fall silent.
All right, and I
Anything
think.
else?
Well, now that I'm not in combat with that, I can move even further away.
Whoa!
So how much did I move? I moved like 10. We're gonna do like 15, 20. Yeah, I like right here. That's good. We're gonna stay here.
That's
I
a
like
good
that whole
spot.
thing.
That's a good spot right there.
I like that.
All right. What are my harpies to do? They have not been doing well, folks. They feel
They're doing their best.
they're doing their best. I'll send this one to go try and deal with Rocco.
No, it's not Rocco.
Oh, sorry, the distributor of rock facts. But this one's gonna move in here, and this one's gonna fly over and give you a new dance partner. And this one will move in on Leo as well, just so everyone feels comfy. We'll start with the one who didn't have to move. This is against Eliana. Swinging twice with a club, a 19 and an 8.
A 19 will hit.
All right, you'll take 3 bludgeoning damage as it swings wildly at you in a rage, sensing this increasing power. And one pinging off your shield, but the other one getting a bit over and clanging against the side of your brim of your helmet. All right, and these two are going to come at Leo, claws and clubs apiece. 16, 14, 16, and 19.
Nope, and nope.
No? What?
My
What is
armor
your-
class is 20.
How
Oh my
dare
God.
I give you these things?
Yes, I give you a text.
Sorry,
How
what
dare you.
shield are you using? What? Remind me what I gave you.
He's a paladin.
I know.
Paladin.
Oh,
20
Oh.
standard issue paladin.
Yeah, like I have this plate armor, and then the shield was +2, and the plate was AC.
Good job.
I'm gonna remind myself of a thing because there's a point I need to make, but actually,
You mean acid?
No, because I assume you are using the armor and shield of oh gosh, what's his face?
Yes,
know,
him specifically.
Xander, which is different. Anyway, you avoid the damage as you know you get struck against, and you move with this incredible efficiency as even every blow seems to dance off you. Rock attacks. Various rocking things are happening. I don't think they can actually do anything. I don't. No. Why would any of them hit? Why would any of them ever hit?
Oh no.
Oh, what if 2 of them did? Okay, good. So that's 7 damage total. Reduce that, please. Okay. And then I'm gonna say this one's gonna attack you, Calliope, with an 8 towards you, and the second attack's gonna go towards Defera. That's going to be a 15.
You said an 8?
8 towards Calliope, 15 towards Defera.
15 hits.
Ugh. Gross. 6 slashing with its claws as it soars in and tries to club at Calliope, and then will jump and scratch towards you, Defera, who catches you slightly unawares, and it cuts at your robe's fabric. Ileana, it is your turn.
God, I am not doing super hot, folks.
I believe in you.
God. Not many good options.
Yeah, but wait, I believe in you.
But did I ask?
But I believe in you.
Alright, how
And
big is
tell you what. Next round, let's see what happens.
Alright, so what we're gonna do is that I thought, we needed a beacon of hope. Apparently not. So the light goes away for new light as I cast Spirit Guardians, because fuck that. So I obviously name all of our friends, and anyone within the 15 feet of me that's a hostile gets to make a fun save. Otherwise, they get the shit beat out of them by the ghosts.
Okay, and these are the ghosts of the ancient Dragonlords.
Yep, sure. Leo knows. Maybe. Possibly.
I know that guy.
I just, obviously, I'm using my stand, so.
Yeah. Yeah, as one does.
As one does.
I love this. I love the immersion. No. All right. Wisdom saves for everybody. I've got a 12, a 15, and a 2.
Keep going.
I rolled the harpies on one bundle.
So the 15 saved.
Okay. So the air elemental saves, the other 2 fail, so they take half, yeah?
Yeah, save for half.
Okay.
Which was 9, which is trash.
Oof.
Alright. They'll lose some health around here. Those 2 harpies don't appreciate it at all. And that one will simply be standing and clubbing. That one that just clubs you in the head, you'll just watch as the energy blasts out of you, and it's basically skewered in several parts as it tries to hold up a hand that shoots through one hand, then the other hand, and then into its head.
Yeah.
Not a JoJo's reference, I swear. Suddenly, a steamroller just drops onto it. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. That's currently all I can do. Is I'm breathing real heavy.
Okay. It's the rock tower.
Yeah, he's gonna hit the same one. We're gonna
Okay.
try.
It's not looking great, so it has 2 attacks this turn, of course.
21 to hit
Yeah, that will hit.
for 13 damage.
It's gone. That one is
Great.
smacked in the air and just uppercutted. It'd be sure you can if we had that combo figured out, but
Great, we're gonna
it just-
do this one.
all
One
right.
is closest to the group.
Absolutely.
For 20 to
will
hit. 19 damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
That one just catches it and brings it into the ground with one hit as it tries and scampers back, and if it could get onto a chair right now, it'd absolutely be
Like, I need to take a sit down.
Other, little miniature water element and air elementals come back and are just fanning it.
Come on and slam. He'll turn you into jam.
I think that was the song you used to summon it. Anything else that this Rick Rock and Roller can do?
That's all he's got for now.
All right, Dufira, you've got an air elemental in your face. Big disgrace. It can't even take reactions any place. And we just rocked you.
That was good. I appreciated that. That was nice.
I'm also smart.
You're great. You're doing wonderful. You guys will see Defera's staff light to a light green, kind of sickly looking color, and she's going to cast Green Flame Blade on her quarterstaff. And she will have the first attack be to the elemental, and then the second to this little harpy guy right here next to us. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. This one.
I got you. Don't worry.
Here we are. We'll get there.
Swing for the fences.
Let's see. Burp, 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 burp. Oh, I just have to make a melee attack.
Yep.
With the weapon. Hang on. Here we go. I haven't used this one before. Wow.
All right, brace
Fancy.
yourselves, folks.
Well, we'll see. Whoops. Wrong button, but okay. That
That's-
doesn't work. That's the
damage.
Just kidding. We'll
Just
get
wait.
there.
Roll me a d20. Oh, 22 will hit, though.
Yeah.
For
Christ.
8 fire.
That was a real walk around. So 8 fire to the air elemental, and the flame will then bounce off of that to the harpy for 4 fire damage.
Okay, I don't enjoy that fact. I don't imagine the harpy does either. It's just not looking great.
She will then trip over this chair just a smidge. And she doesn't want to. I'm not trying to move her out of melee with the harpy, but she is trying to move out of Homeboy's melee. Just a
Homeboy
smidge. So
can't
she's
do anything
just-
about that.
Alright. Well, she's just gonna move to this side. And as she gets to that other side of the harpy, she is going to whisper to Calliope, I do not think Eliana is looking good.
Damn, throwing shade in the fight. No, I'm
Got
just
it.
kidding.
Yeah.
All right, air elemental is restricted this turn to a move, a bonus action, or an action, right?
Correct. Only one of the 3.
I don't like that very much. That makes it hard for me to do those things. It's going to move
The
into
most
range.
Damn crippling
Mhm.
spell ever created.
It's going to move into range to hopefully do something next turn. We'll see what happens though, because Threnos, you're up.
Hey, Leo.
Yeah.
Clench.
Do I need to move again?
Clench.
Oh, go for it.
Wait, no, I'm good. I found overlap.
Oh.
Calliope, real quick. This isn't gonna piss off Rocky down there, is it?
Eh.
Mr. Balboa is unhappy.
Fireball.
The bowler is no
It'll
longer
be
feeling
fine.
conflicted.
I require dexterity saves from everything except for this harpy and this harpy.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll a dex save for Mr. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Minus
Really,
1.
water elementals aren't
Well.
even resistant to fire.
God, I really hope I don't roll suck.
It's okay, he can take it.
28.
Yeah, he can take that.
All right. Your DC is 15. The highest I got was 14. Everything in there is taking 28 damage.
Thrynos is going to start flapping his wings and go, everyone, back up a little. And then just with a snap, there's no little bead of fire. It just, as soon as his wings snap together from that point where the fireball is, it just detonates.
This one got hit too, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
The only two that escaped were this
That one,
and
yeah.
the one on the other side of Rocky.
Just
Okay.
patting out my singed feathers real fast.
And both Calliope and Leo just have this blast of fire that ends directly at their face.
Mm-hmm. That's a new one.
Ah. That's the last one for now. And that's that gonna be my turn. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay. That's your turn, Leo. You're up.
Okay.
As the magic seems to be growing to a final crescendo, what is your move?
I run around here.
Yeah.
So I think I take an opportunity attack.
Yeah, from the harpy. Let's give you a. Oh, hey, 21. That must hit you, please.
It does hit.
6. 6 slashing damage.
Oof, I am pretty beat up.
And Leo goes, ow, what was that? What
But
was
yeah,
that?
so I run around, get into position, and I hopefully this works. I yell to no one in particular, Sidon, this is how you use lightning, and I pull out my javelin of lightning, and I just pierce these two guys.
You chuck it. You give it the good old chuck.
Yep.
But you are inspired by the waystone.
Oh.
Well,
It still shoots the
deserve
lightning,
that.
but you're not gonna hit your main target.
Or wait.
So the attack misses the air elemental, but the line of lightning still happens.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. At least. Thank you. So they must make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw, or take
Okay.
4d lightning damage.
Okay, I've got a 9 on the air elemental and a 7 on the water.
Perfect.
Zap.
10.
That's not nothing. And the air elemental does look pretty beat after that. But the water elemental, that electricity just kind of seems to pass through it. It does do damage, but it's definitely not as much as you might have hoped. At the end of that round, Kira gives a kind of final bursting crescendo as she now seems, even her dark hair seems to glow with this kind of, like looking into a piece of obsidian rock. As you can see now, just the briefest glimpses of silvery light through the clouds as the storm rages. No new troops enter the battle at this turn. And you all get to benefit from the Song of Heroism. Until the end of her next turn, all allies who hear Kira's song can reroll 1 dice roll of their choice, as well as the Song of Preservation. In case anyone of you fall to 0, we'll explore that option then.
oh my. Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay. Thing is, this air elemental has just now come up into Calliope's space.
It's more of a wisp elemental at this point, but yes.
Well, That's even better. She's just gonna kind of look over her shoulder and say, "Someone let a breeze in," and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. I need a Wisdom save.
6.
All right, let me roll that damage real fast.
I swear to
Someone
God.
fart?
4,
It's
and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Okay.
Really
and-
mean.
Well, that's what Vicious Mockery is supposed to be. And then I am going to send a 2nd level healing word over to Eliana.
Oh, praise be.
My bonus action, so take 10.
Oh god,
Alright, that's your turn.
That's me.
that feels better.
Alright, Harpies, they started your turn in your Guardians, though. Do they have to take the save now, or...
Oh, the way the spell says is
Starts its turn.
Whenever it enters area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make wisdom save.
Alright, it got a 3 on its wisdom save. How much damage is that?
Damn, that sucks.
You can give me a reroll if you want.
15 radiant.
Ow! It doesn't appreciate that, but it's single-minded in its pursuit.
Oh no, it comes up in front of me. I take my reaction to beat its ass. Oh,
11 hits! 11 hits!
hooray! 11 damage.
Take a free action to beat it.
This
Our
thing,
blood
it
sweat
has
tears
its,
when
it's
it
its
did this.
moment, like, it's grappling down, feet under the pressure, and it just launches itself in this final attack, only to just meet the butt end of your spear, and
No, it's the front end of the
The
spear.
front end, oh perfect, yeah. It just, like, catches it right in the clavicle, and just falls.
Goody for me.
Other one's gonna attack fucking Rockman.
Rocket Man.
Rockman, it hit a 20! It did 4 bludgeoning damage, folks!
Yeah.
4!
Good job.
Reduce that to 2, because it's...
Oh.
Hey, wow.
You're
Eliana!
doing great.
Cool.
Thank you.
Debbie. Gotta make sure I get both the elementals in this here era.
Yeah, Cold Fight Club's full of shit.
It's fine, everything's fine.
Deadly encounter. They won't survive.
It's fine, we're gonna stab the elemental. Does a 19 hit?
That's a night. Yes, that one
Okay,
actually
take
does.
8 magical mithril piercing damage, please, thank you.
Perfect. You thrust the spear into the water, and as opposed to it simply existing in it, you do feel like you've actually caused water to fall out of it, as if creating a wound in the very water itself, now that no new rainwater is supplying it. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Water, my
Yeah,
water.
I'm gonna bring out buddy cop weapon.
Oh no!
Yes.
Not the Pyth Hammer!
Because fuck you, get a crit.
No! I was using that one!
Not anymore. Take the toy away.
You said, I imagine you kind of reach your hand out, reverse Mjolnir, as
Pretty
the
much.
spectral energy
Get a
flows.
Pythor hammer equivalent, just bam.
Mm-hmm,
Well, Pythor symbol or whatever.
The Pythor symbol upon the hammer as it whisks away the energy left in this elemental.
The second wind works. That's my
Anything else you... Hey! Rockbacks!
Alright, we're smashing. Maybe. A 15. Or wait, no, 23. I didn't have the.
Yeah, 23 will hit. Just...
For 15.
Yeah. Still
Alright.
up.
20
Yeah.
for 13.
It's not feeling great. I don't enjoy that as a fact. Rock. Here's a handy rock fact. Rocks hurt. Hurt your
Rocks
feet.
travel at a high speed. They hurt.
Rocks carry momentum very well. Tefera.
She's going to turn to our water elemental friend.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of damage is this? Oh, it is what? What?
What?
What?
What?
Say it again.
What damage?
She's going to actually cast Toll the Dead.
Nice. Nice.
For I need a wisdom save.
Great.
Okay, nothing. No. Mm-mm. And it's been damaged, right?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay. Oh, cool. 2d12 with 4 damage. No fucking big deal
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You watch a little vibration in its, lower half of itself just create a little puddles spurt like a water fountain at a kid's water park.
That's a mental vision that I just had in my head. Appreciate that.
Aim to please.
That's all
Anything-
she's gonna do.
Okay. Brenos.
Threnos is going to turn to this water elemental, and one of his wings is just going to kind of go up just gently almost and flick, and a single feather is going to appear over the top of this and pierce into its head. I need an intelligence save from the water elemental.
Ooh.
12.
12 is a failure, so it takes 5 psychic damage, and it suffers minus 1d4 to its next saving throw, which I'm going to take advantage of when I quicken a spell for a bonus action. I am going to quicken Tasha's Mind Whip, so I need an intelligence save from...
Well, I did so well in the last one. How's an 8 do this time?
8 won't do it, but just for kicks, why don't you subtract 1d4 from it before taking 11 damage, and then no reactions, and you only get one of your 3 actions next turn.
You're
Threnos is, as his wings finish snapping and that mind whip goes, he's going to spread both wings high and raise his hands and yell, "Where is this rage, Sidon? Where is this power?"
Let's give him the middle fingers.
Yeah.
And, he will just yell, "You want us to stand, we will stand."
Yeah, that goes hard. Okay. Sorry. Wow. First time back in a while. I can't handle my own characters being business. Leo.
Yes, I am gonna go for the elemental and
Oh, Snapolas. I forgot. Y'all have a free reroll of any dice you want.
Yes.
So I gotta figure out that. Tefera, do you want to reroll one of your damage dice?
Look.
Yeah.
Do it.
Roll a d12. Roll a d12. Roll a d12.
No!
Oh my fucking god.
How?
It was
Ow.
fated. The fates say
The fates
chat?
chose one.
Chat, there was another one.
It was another one for chat. Yep. So on 3d12s, the Fira has rolled a total of
5.
5. Sorry, 5.
With a whopping
Not
1 more
great.
damage. Okay, Leo. Smack that water puddle.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Do you want to use your reroll for that? Because that will not
Oh, use a
matter.
reroll?
You're also inspired.
Also inspired.
he is also inspired. But 18 should hit.
18 will hit. Also, you
And-
think you have smites if you got them.
I do have smites that I was gonna start wasting.
Hit the
And
glow
so-
button! Hit the glow button on your sword!
The glow button.
This one?
Yeah, the glow button!
Oh, is that a smite?
Yes.
So that's nine damage, plus it's a 2d6, depending on the level you expended at.
2d8.
For me, it's
2d8.
Yeah.
Oh.
For
So yeah, roll that smite damage if you want to cast smite. So I'll take that 9 and
Turn those slots into
Nice.
raw damage.
all right, you do 18 damage with the first slash. Boom, right through it. It's not looking great.
Go
Second,
for it again.
Absolutely, why not? Why would I say no to you? That feels wrong.
Yeah, because 26 just hits.
Yeah, it just hits.
Normal hit.
Normal hit. Whatever.
12.
Mm-hmm.
And then, am I able to do another smite?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Awesome.
As many times as you want to.
As long as you got the spell slot.
11.
How does one slice a sword through a giant collection of water such to the point that it dies? Tell me, Leo, what does this look like?
It's just, I think it's definitely just like a back and forth, and just like water just splatters across the floor from one end, and then he goes back and slices again, and it hits like the table over here as he just cuts this water like a tree.
Like a tree made of water, you create
Exactly.
what is effectively the first 5 rows of a Blue Man Group, or the splash zone at SeaWorld, as boom, boom, 2 massive strikes of divine power flow through this thing and cause it to rupture, just in time for the song to stop, and that last chord you feel strum through all of your hearts, as at the same time you see the weather end, and above you the moon hangs in a lonely sky, free of rain, as the light that has been persisting through Kira, goddess of music and trickery and generally a pain in all your butts. Uh, she stands, looks up. Oh, the moon's really pretty, and
What? I
collapses.
couldn't catch her yet.
Brenos is right there.
Yeah. She's. You just see a general. You can immediately tell there's a general lack of color and pallor to her skin that she had before. That vivaciousness she used to hold on to is like reduced somewhat. I think. And she holds up what is basically scraps of hair on a piece of wood as the lyre is shattered in her hand. I think I gave it a hell of a last run, but if you send it back to my dad, I'm sure you can sort it out for you in time. Nymph hair still works just fine. Just no one asked me to do anything for them for like, I don't know. When's the oath of peace over?
You've done more than enough.
Oh, that's good. I was trying to just do baseline enough. Did it look cool?
You looked amazing.
Very cool.
Joke's on all you. I'm gonna be a hero. My evil plan succeeds.
Threnos is very quietly, because despite being a siren, not particularly proud of his own voice, will begin singing one of the hymns of Kira, whichever seems appropriate at the time. Something about the beauty of creation or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. A muse to all, the whisper in the ear of every poet across the land kind of thing. Truly no work begins without being touched first by the goddess who knows to stick A to A and B to B, and you will see to C there are none greater.
She would have ended that rhyme with, then me, then me.
Yeah, I probably would have. I'm a freaking genius. And this moment holds for a little bit as you all kind of look up at the sun, and she points it. Bones for you, Mom. All right. That's a. Oh, wow. That's a consciousness. And she'll just pass out. As, ooh, gotta stop that music. You hear a. Hell! Ah! Well! From behind you, as I realize I didn't show y'all the image of your super cool friend, King Acastus.
Ooh, friend is a stretch.
Oh, I hate him.
Big beard, big crown, big issues.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Excellent work. I knew I could trust you to handle this matter. As he moves in, flanked on either side by what appear to be a number of centurions clad in gold armor, and then you also notice the members of the Order of the Dragonlords, not just the ones that gathered you, but also others. Now, the city will know, of course, naturally, of your victory here. But your reward, you must be rewarded. I called you here, and I will give you a reward. He claps twice. Again, that kind of taskmastery syncopation. And soon a scribe comes up with a scroll, with a parchment wrapped up tightly. This map should lead you to the last known whereabouts of the Ultros. It's my ancestor's ship, the legendary vessel of Esther Arkelander, a suitable prize, and I think fiercest of the Dragonlords. That kind of thing. Glad to call the heritage mine. There was a time where I thought I might claim it for myself, but, well, I have no need for it now. I have a dragon. What's a ship to a dragon, right? Anyway, and he walks over and offers it out to the first one of you who is nearby. At the edge of Eliana's spell, I imagine.
Yeah, because I probably just drop it after, like, everything's good.
Mm. He'll offer it out to you, Eliana. As he stands a bit more, does his best, in your mind, almost to kind of stand a bit more imperiously over you and offer it out.
Kind of like look it and him up and down and take
He
it.
gives you a smile. You know, I am rebuilding the ancient order of the Dragonlords. In time, I'll have the legion of the dragon-mounted warriors under my command, then looks over you all. I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't think we'll have need for oracles and heroes of prophecy. By the time I'm done, soon, hopefully, especially with this storm sorted out, well, should be able to drive back the Titans with the power of the dragons, just as my forefathers did. In any case, this map should allow you to resume your so-called great labors. I thank you for your service to my city. You are dismissed. And
My king,
yes.
a suggestion, perhaps, in celebration of the end of the storm.
Oh, I already have plans.
Perhaps the deconstruction of Sidon's temple.
You asked for civil war amongst my people. A better idea, one to win the hearts of the people who may yet live on both sides, worship the storm and the five. I'll be sending off an order to have the great games prepared. It has been too long since we had a proper festival here, and I can think of no better reason. Tomorrow, the games will begin. And he gives you all the kind of smile that you imagine us in the real world will associate with a politician who has been asked a very difficult question by a youth.
Yeah.
As I said, though, I'll leave you to your business. You have your rooms assigned to you. My escort will be free to send you to them when you're done. And he takes his leave. And I think there is where we are going to call it for tonight. As you all sit in the aftermath of your battle, breaking the siege of the storm of Sidon upon the city of Mytros itself. Presented with no good options, one amongst your group had to make a sacrifice. Though it was not any of you directly, Kira does appear to be severely affected by this. Whatever price that Valis might have planned to split across the 5 of them, Kira has bared in full. What occurs next? It seems the Great Games. An exciting competition of strength, wisdom, valor, all the kinds of things to distract the populace, and maybe even win you a few points in their hearts. But until we meet next time, this has been Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords. Before we give a full sign-off, players, storytellers, my friends, would you please go around the L here, starting with Eliana and Tony. Please tell the people who you are, where you can find more of your work, and how awesome you are.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Tony. I played Eliana. You can't find me. I don't actually exist. Do not perceive me. And that's about it. I really don't have much going on.
Be here next time.
Yes, I will be here next time. Probably, most likely, yes.
All right, moving on down to Comrade.
Hey, Comrade Crash on Twitter. That's where you can find me talking about Marvel Snap or something. I played Leo, and up next is Chrissy.
Hello! Hi, I'm Chrissy Crits on all social media. Tonight, I played Defira Adamos, our Medusa Warlock. Where else can you find me? You can find me this week here, and then on Thursday, we are playing the Dragon one. Over on Dat Magic Juice's channel. The coolest dude on that channel. He's the only one on that channel. Anyway, I didn't know where I was going with that. Where else can you find me out in the world? Well, I'm Bright Dystopia's executive assistant. I'm the assistant to the regional manager. So feel free to follow them on all social media, because I'm a weirdo and I just say this everywhere I go now. Also, if you go to PAX East. I'll be speaking on a panel or 2 over there. So find me on social media and say hello if you'll be there in public. I'll be wearing a mask, so I'll look like this. That's me. Heck.
All right, yeah.
It was like, who's next in the L? It's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Sarakalot. You know. Tonight I've returned with Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry bard who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Itch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I will be next in the TTRPG space. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a preview for this week because I'm kind of everywhere. On Wednesday, you can find me over on Lost Caravan RPG with Icon. You can find Turk there too, because we're both there. Like Chrissy already said, To Dragon One, All Hail the Queen, is over on Magic Juice on Thursday. On Friday, you can find me over on Singularity Roleplay, and whose turn is it anyway? I don't think we're still workshopping the title, but it's gonna be like Whose Line, except with TTRPG prompts, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be so funny. It's gonna be great. And on Saturday, you can find me over on Indoor Adventures, playing in the Really Real Ghostbusters, a 1986 West End Ghostbusters campaign. It's been really fun so far, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of a much-deserved downtime after a wild night at the museum. But that's it for me. Let's keep on keeping on.
Hello, I am the Last Hit Point Hero, and you can find me here. Yes, here. The 17th for Cold Hands, Warm Heart, and the 20th I'll be back here, and that's where I'm online for the time being. That's back to Turk.
Hey, Hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk accented in your hearts and minds, the only places I care to win. I have, of course, had the pleasure of being your facilitator tonight, your myth weaver, etc. As Hex said, I'll be over on Icon this week on Lost Caravan, and also I'll be running Royal Blood there on this Thursday, with plenty more fun stuff to come, including Frozen Rain here, and then Oathsworn again on the 20th. But before I keep going talking about myself, I'd rather focus the conversation on the fact that throughout Black History Month, here on Neon Lights, we'll be supporting several charities as a part of our push to uplift Black voices. I mentioned earlier before the break, but this week, our charity is the Black Girls in Motion, which is a Toronto-based charity that, with the goal of assisting Black women of all walks of life to help avoid, survive, and overcome sexual violence. You can, of course, donate to that in the Tiltify now. We've already crushed our goal, but we'd love to push beyond it. Thank you so much to everyone who's donated already, and hopefully some of you who just joined us get a chance to, would be free enough to actually to be able to donate. Beyond that, I want to give another shout out to another excellent Black creator within our community, Shockpoint. You can catch over on Last Transmission, or if you want to view some YouTube, you can also check them out over on his divine name. I've been in both campaigns with him here. I know he's also over on Singularity with a bunch of awesome projects. I believe he also plays City of Mists over there. And I cannot speak to you enough how excellent Shockpoint is at sticking to character even when everyone else in the group is being silly, and he is an excellent way of like grounding everyone. And I don't mean to make it sound like he's not a sport by any means. He's incredibly funny, but he does so in a way that makes sure that all the rest of us are centered and ready to go. And I just appreciate the heck out of him from one player to another. I have yet to have the honor of being able to facilitate a game for him, but I'll hopefully be able to fix that soon, because I think he'd be great in any content. So you can, of course, follow him on social medias. He Twitch streams on his own channel and also does voice line recordings. So, plenty of options to go and support a creator of color who is super talented and might have your eyes right now. So, that all being said, thank you all so much. This has been a long time in the works due to a lot of life happening, but I'm really glad to be able to bring together the table we have. Hopefully next time we'll have bonus as well, because I think you will super love everyone at this table working together. And as we begin this next chapter of our adventure, I am eternally grateful for everyone for sticking with us, and for Neon Lights, of course, for hosting us here and believing in the story we're going to tell and continue to tell and have told and are telling right now. And just remember, just because people with power are afraid to use it doesn't mean you have to be afraid to use yours. And even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time on the 20th. Love you much. Good night. Take us out, Michelle.